Good morning, everyone. Over 40 years ago, a girl started her journey on a path in a small and impoverished community on the outskirts of northern China. Lacking even the most basic yellow tinted light bulbs, she spent her childhood growing up in a place far different than where we are now. Almost every single night, she would have to walk down dark paths just so she can find enough light so that she could do her math homework. That little girl from a poor village would eventually become my mother, proudly becoming the first person ever in my family to go to university. Though my mother's journey is specific to her, all of us come from afar. No matter where we are on the world today, we've all come a long way to be where we are today. On one hand, some of us might have come from the stuffy long flights crammed like sardine cans. We come physically from far and wide, by train, by boat, by plane, and even by bus for some of us. On the other hand, we come from the diverse experiences that we've faced in our lives. The tears, the hardship, the hope, and the adversity. Since I've arriving, I've spoke to many of you. I've met many of you, and I've heard your stories. I felt the deep sense of pain in your heart as you explained what's it like growing up in a war zone, or what's it like to grow up in a community that doesn't accept you for who you are. I've shed tears with you, knowing that you're feeling lost, some of you feeling lost hundreds of miles away. I've also heard the stories of people on the other side, acknowledging their privilege and using it as a force for change. Yet, despite our differences in stories, we all made our journey here today for a reason. Maybe it was to live in peace finally. Maybe it was to be ourselves without fear. Maybe it was the sheer excitement of living away from home for the first time. But also, maybe it was the chance to be a global citizen in our divided world. Because today, as we turn on the news, we see division after division. We see a heart-wrenching global pandemic raging on. We see the fierce and brave outcry for racial justice from every corner of the world. As members of the UWC community and as members of the next generation, we have a responsibility to share. It's the responsibility on our shoulders to take action and solve these injustices, no matter where we are on the world. Over the past few weeks, there's been a thought that's been ringing at the back of my mind. I think a lot of us, including myself, often stumble on the question of how do we make the world a better place? In this unprecedented time, let me be clear. What we do today will be in the history books of tomorrow. All of us, all of the lights and cameras are on, and they're already recording. The generations after us, our children, are already looking upon us to answer the call of duty. How do we build a better future for them where nobody is left behind? How do we, as a society, build back better after COVID-19? I'll be honest, these are not easy questions to answer. Never in recorded human history has there been a pandemic with such a large technological, social, and developmental impact. Yet, when we're forced to innovate, we have nothing to learn from but ourselves. Today, on UWC Day, September 21st, you'll be doing just that. Throughout the day, you'll be joining the thousands of students across 18 United World Colleges to learn, explore, and unite so that we can solve these unique challenges. Today, you'll be taking part in workshops, discussions, to learn more about what's going on in the world and how you and I can take action. As we transition, I want you all to close your eyes and look up. You can see the wind of change, the murmur of change-making ideas bouncing back and forth between classmates, between change makers. You can hear the passionate chants for social justice, both at home and abroad in the streets. You see hope. You see unity. You see change. Keep your eyes closed and look down. You can feel the weight on your shoulders with what's going on in the world. You can feel the power of the change that pioneers like Rudy Bader Ginsburg left for us. Now, open your eyes. Look forward and you see the journey ahead of you, your path in front of you. You see all of us. You see the future. Thank you all very much and have a wonderful UWC day. On behalf of the organizing committee, we hope you'll enjoy this event as much as from both in person and virtually. Thank you.